If you're sick of the barrage of half-baked, poorly written and overtly bloated and messy series that litter the streaming platforms these days, well, oh boy do I have the show for you.
Shoot the prick, will you?
I'll do it.
What's your problem?
Well, he's your f***ing brother-in-law.
Yeah, I know. That's why I don't want to do it.
No.
Where's your car?
He's not going in my car.
Well, he's got it. Tat's got the Falcon.
No, I just had it detailed, mate. Forget it.
So gather round, folks, as we delve into the dark abyss of TV brilliance, and I mean brilliance today. We're going to talk about a little gem called Mr. Inbetween, and yeah, I know what you're thinking. Another crime drama, yawn. But hold your horses, my twisted friends, because this one is something else entirely, and if it was more well known about this slice of macabre perfection, would easily be up there with the likes of Breaking Bad and The Wire as essential TV viewing.
There's consequences. But out here in the real world, there's no consequences. Right? So next time these two pricks are walking down the street and they start thinking, oh, we might go and with somebody, they're going to think twice about it, which is good for everybody.
You see, this show, my devious drunken comrades, is a twisted concoction of violence, the darkest of dark black comedy, and a dash of soul-crushing introspection. It's the perfect recipe for a TV series that manages to be both genuinely hilarious and also morally questionable. And that, to me, anyway, is why it's one of the best damn shows out there. But why the high praise, I hear you ask? Well, let's start off with our charming protagonist.
Do you enjoy hitting people?
I wouldn't say I enjoy hitting people. You know, if I hit somebody, I generally got a pretty good reason.
His name is Ray Shoesmith. He's your typical Aussie bloke and loving father, who just so happens to moonlight as a hitman, the kind of guy you'd trust with your secrets, as long as you don't mind him murdering a few people on the side.
Brittany's dad. I work in the security industry.
Have you ever killed anybody?
Once. I'm just kidding, mate. I'm just kidding.
Scott Ryan's performance as Ray is absolutely magnetic. He effortlessly portrays the dark humour and subtle vulnerability that makes you root for the hitman. Ray's deadpan delivery is a thing of beauty. He quips and makes one-liners that would honestly make even the most seasoned comedians blush, but seemingly manages to not only make you want to be his friend, but also makes you feel extremely uncomfortable at the same time.
Afternoon, sir. Are you Ray Shoesmith?
I don't answer questions.
Okay, is there somebody here who can answer questions?
I don't answer questions.
Would you mind telling us why?
I don't answer questions.
It's a hard thing to explain. Let's just say he'd be a great guy to have a pint or 10 with, but you wouldn't want to piss him off. You see, the brilliance of Mr. Inbetween lies in its ability to make you laugh at the most inappropriate times. It's like a carnival ride where you can't help but laugh as your stomach churns in fear. And let me tell you, this show has some stomach churning moments. Now let's talk about the violence. Oh, the violence. Mr. Inbetween isn't for the faint of heart. It's unapologetically brutal and shockingly realistic. But here's the thing, it's not glorified violence. It's violence with a purpose. Each act of brutality just serves as a harsh reminder of the consequences of Ray's choices. It's a gut punch both literally and metaphorically. You root for Ray and you don't want him or his loved ones to come to any harm, but at the same time, deep down, you know there's only so long his actions can go unpunished. And this weird mix of Ray just doing day-to-day things one minute, then caving in someone's face the next. You know, how you do. It really is all edge of your seat, gripping stuff. I honestly didn't even want to blink, as there was not a chance in hell I was missing any second of this show. It's that good.
Can you give me one example of violence ever working?
World War II?
World War II.
We didn't beat the Nazis just by talking to them. We used violence. I think there's good violence and bad violence.
What's good violence?
World War II.
Thanks, Vince.
Violence and laughs though can only get you so far, so luckily beneath all the bloodshed and extremely dark humour, Mr. Inbetween has a surprising amount of emotional depth. It peels back the layers of Ray's character and explores the complexities of his relationships with his family, friends and love interest. It's like watching a train wreck in slow motion, except you're rooting for the train to crash because you secretly enjoy the chaos. And let's not forget about the supporting cast, because they bring the show to another level of brilliance, from Brooke Satchwell's hilarious performance as Ray's love interest, to Justin Rosenak's delightfully deranged hitman, to his daughter, or even his terminally ill brother. The ensemble cast here is a delightful bunch of misfits who just complement Ray's twisted world, and because of this you generally start to care for each and every one of them, just as much as the titular character, which to me is a masterful touch, as this could have very easily just been the Ray show, and the supporting cast lazily used just to get the main draw of the show from one place to another, but nope, they are fantastically written and fully realised, so much so that as the series goes on and some tragedy strikes, you'll truly feel Ray's pain. All of this is done in an almost slice of life way, like each episode is its own self-contained story. It's not a spectacle, you're just watching Ray live his life. Every line is believable and natural, every act is gritty but grounded, and honestly all this just makes the show feel like you're watching a real life documentary about this man who struggles to juggle his criminal life with that of just being a good dude, trying to take care of the ones he cares about. In short, it just feels like reality, and that's why it's so engaging.
Sandwiches.
Who doesn't like sandwiches?
Well, I don't fucking like sandwiches.
What do you mean?
I mean, toasted's alright, but not fucking raw ones.
What is a raw sandwich?
Well, not toasted. Bit of bread with some shit in it.
Why don't you like sandwiches?
I like toasted sandwiches. Just don't like the raw ones, that's all.
Why?
I don't know.
Mr. Inbetween is a roller coaster ride of laughter, violence, and moral ambiguity. It's the kind of show that makes you question your own sanity while enjoying every twisted minute of it. So if you have a dark sense of humour and a penchant for exploring the murky depths of human nature, Mr. Inbetween is going to be the perfect TV series for you. It's a wild journey that will leave you both entertained and emotionally disturbed, which is precisely why it's one of the best damn TV shows out there, and I'm currently rewatching it for the second time.
I gotta tell you, it was perfect. Perfect. Everything, down to the last minute details.
And there you have it, my twisted comrades. Mr. Inbetween is a TV series that seamlessly blends dark humour, intense violence, and genuine emotional depth. It's a wicked cocktail that will intoxicate you with its twisted charm, so grab your popcorn and a few cold ones, dim the lights, and prepare yourself for a wild ride. Just remember, laughter may be the best medicine, but in this case it might also be the darkest. And if you're anything like me, you'll lap up every second of it. And that's it. Thank you for joining me on this journey into the madness of Mr. Inbetween. Now, if you'll excuse me, I need to find my moral compass. It seems to have gotten lost somewhere between the laughter and the violence. I would love to do a full video essay on why the show is so truly great, but just for this video, and because I didn't want to spoil anything and want you to go in blind, I left it a bit short. So if you did like this quick recommendation, be sure to let me know down in the comments below, and I'll get to work on a massive long video essay for you. Until next time, my wicked friends, stay twisted, but more importantly, you guys stay tipsy.